I want people to sit down right now and analyze how many new patients do you have a month. Let's say it's 40 new patients you have coming in a month. If you have 40 new patients, and realistically, how many of them are staying on with you for 6 months? Because when we're really talking about conversion, we're not talking about, from the first time that you have contact until the second time. We're talking to, hey, they really stayed under care for a period of at least several months. And we really look at this for about 90 days. If they haven't bought from us or engaged or something 90 days, there's really not a conversion there. So again, if you are bringing 40 new patients, realistically, let's say, how many are you converting? Maybe it's 25. Well, if it's 25, imagine now if you really focus on conversions and you bump that up another 5 people to 30 people. If you bump your conversions up to that, let's say your average new patient might be worth $2,000. I mean, in certain practices, it could be much, much higher than that, depending on the type of practice you run. That's an extra $10,000 profit in your pocket every single month. So conversions are huge when it comes to actually getting a return on the investment you're making marketing-wise. And there's nothing worse than having a big hole in the bucket. So to go through this here, I'm going to touch on my first few tips, then I'm going to pass it off to Dr. Pete, and he's going to talk about specifically what he does in the clinic. But here's the most important thing to remember. You have to have a process. Too many of you guys, and Dr. Pete, I know this, and you coaching so many chiropractors, too many people are flying by the seat of their pants. And there's no process in place, there's no funnel in place for conversion. And when we really applied this funnel to my online business, it probably more than, and I'm not overstating this, it tripled our income. It was that big a deal when we start putting these processes in place and systems in place. So it starts with new patient acquisition. Have you really focused on your internal referrals? Have you hired a team to do Facebook ads and Google SEO, and possibly have you considered doing other things like radio? So again, acquisition, that's obviously important. We have covered that. The next thing here, really the beginning of the funnel, is every time before somebody comes in for the first appointment in your office, you should be sending them not just one of these, all 3 of these. They should be getting an email from you, they should be getting a text message from you, and they should be getting a phone call from you. And by the way, when I mean you, I don't mean you. I mean your staff and team members, okay? So again, this isn't one of the 3, hey, you just do what you like best. Every new patient, they should first get an email from you confirming your appointment. They should get a text message. Actually, it probably should be a call next the day before confirming the appointment, and the day of, the morning of, or it could be the day before, just depending, but they're getting a text message from you as well. So again, that's something that has to happen. And then they come to the first appointment. I'll just say this right here might increase your conversions by 20 to 30, 40%. I mean, it is huge. I mean, how many of you have people that are not showing up to events? They're not showing up to dinners. They're not showing up to workshops. They're not showing up to the first appointment. It's because you're not doing all 3 of these things. And